Reptil, issue number 2. That's right, folks. Marvel's Forgotten Boy is back. He was swept under the rug for a little while there, and now he's making his triumphant return because of Outlawed and Kamala's Law. We have a book with Reptil. Now, I'm sure that's not the reason this exists. I'm sure somebody just said, I have a Reptil pitch. It's now or never to make it, and it's made. And you know what? I've said it before. Right when I was getting into comics and the Marvel Universe, Reptil was one of the characters I was introduced to, and he was kind of like the point of view character for a lot of the stuff I was getting into. So I've always had a connection to this character, and this book was really fun. I really liked it. I like Reptil. I like when he's leading stuff like this. If you're doing a story about a guy that could turn to dinosaurs, give me some over-the-top dinosaur stuff, and that's what we got in spades here. So we open up this book in the past and we see that Reptil is asking his parents what their favorite dinosaur are. And, you know, his mom's favorite one is this one who's like Quetzalcoatlus or something. And it's this dinosaur that they got the name from Aztec, and it's like an old heritage thing. So his dad's like, you know, even when we have all this world around us that's changing, it's nice to see that even history, even the dinosaur prehistoric era has some semblance of our heritage in terms of being Mexican. So we should be proud of who we are, because if the dinosaurs are, we should too. And I'm like, yeah, good job, dude. I believe that. Keep that up. I like that. So in the present day, we see Reptil has Mr. Fossil. That's what I named the guy. And he is like, where are my parents? How do you know they are where they are and stuff? And he rips off the guy's mask, and we see he's like this redheaded dude, a little bit younger. You don't really know who he is, but like the creatures are attacking the other people, so he has to save his cousins and the taco vendor, so he saves them, and they have to get away before the police show up, and we see that the taco man's gonna help him out, just be like, yeah, dude, I'll cover you, get out of here, because Kamala's Law, you can't be a dinosaur, be a teenage superhero, get out of here. So we cut back to their home. Everyone's just talking like, that was weird. What are we supposed to do? And we learned that Ava, is her name? I think it's Ava. Ava's the female cousin's name. She was learning magic to protect herself. And he didn't really know like why, but she was just kind of like, dude, we're still like third generation. Like we were born in this country, and I just kind of like wanted to protect myself from stuff. So I mean, people still say go back to where you came from. So I'm just trying to protect myself from whatever it is. So she's been studying the magic arts wherever she can find it, just videos and books and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's fun. We got an academy opened up for people like you, Ava. If you want to learn a little bit better, why don't you go there? I love it. The teenage stuff in Marvel's doing really good right now. Strange Academy, Reptil, cross it over. I like it. So we see that Julian is thinking about uploading a video he got of like the fossil guy onto just like, I guess their version of YouTube, but Reptil's like, no, we're not doing that. I could get arrested if we show people this footage. And everyone's just kind of yelling, and Julian goes into this speech like, dude, you have the coolest powers in the world. You got to use them. You got to represent our people, because we need someone to look up to. Like, look at all these like things in the world that are shitty and terrible. And you being Mexican, you being our family, a member of this world, you should do something about it, because you are still somebody who can be a hero, and people should aspire to be like you, Reptil. And it kind of hits him. He's like, well, I don't know, like, this is a risk. And it's like, yeah, it's a risk, but some risks are worth taking, you know? You got to do the right thing. And just as they're talking, their grandpa walks in the room, and he instantly is like, yeah, you guys are obviously up to something. He's not really, like, saying anything about it, but he's like, why you guys got, like, a picture of Henry Desjardins on the television? And we realize that that's the guy who Mr. Fossil was, and that's not his name, obviously, but Desjardins, it's like this tech mogul who made this company called Megalith, and he's like insanely rich, but he's kind of like kicked out of Silicon Valley for being a dick. So this guy obviously knows something, and we got to figure out what his connection is to the entire story going forward. I'm like, that's okay. So how are we going to do that? We got to figure out why he has a gem similar to Reptil, and the only person who should be able to help us is the Hag of the Pits, which is this woman who created the gem, and she lives on Dinosaur World. So we have to get into a portal and get over to Dinosaur World, and that's fun. Like, if you're doing Reptil, do Dinosaur World shit. That's what you should do. That makes sense to me. So Ava opens up a portal, they get inside, they head to Dinosaur World, and they're just like running away. But before that, actually, I should say, Reptil gets an update. Reptil, his cousin Julian makes him a new costume, and it looks pretty slick. It's a pretty slick costume. Like, it looks great. Still got the classic motif for the character. I enjoy that a lot. So they go through the portal. They're instantly attacked by some dinosaurs. They're just running away, flying away. It's pretty cool. The Hag just randomly shows up to find him. She's like, What are you doing here, Chosen One? He's like, I need answers for some stuff. So she kind of lays into some backstory, saying that she made the gem to protect her son from the dinosaurs, but he used it for anger and hate and tried to attack the dinosaurs, so she fled and pushed him away, trying to figure out what that is. But it looks like there was only one gem to begin with, so potentially we could be seeing that the gem was split in two. And then when it's that's the case, like if we combine the gem that this, Henry guy has with the one Reptil has, it could be unlimited powers. Kind of the case they're getting at here. Which I'm like, that's kind of fun. I like it. You're dealing with gem shit. Do weird gem shit. And dinosaur stuff, like, yeah, this is good. This is what you should be doing with this character. So I'm on board. Give me more of it. It's great. So we also realized that Ava's magic could potentially be growing stronger, so the Hague gives them these like little pebbles that will amplify her power when the time comes. And it's just like, okay, looks like we're going to have some fun here. So the dinosaurs come back to attack. The Hague tries to defend them off. Basically, we now know kind of what the connection is with Henry Desjardins to all this. We have to get there and find him. But there's like a huge amount of onslaught coming from the dinosaurs. It looks like they're not going to be able to escape. And Julian tells his cousin, like, you are going to have to go full dinosaur to beat them. And he's like, I can't do that. He's like, you have to try it. We're all going to die. So we see Reptil goes full dinosaur. He's able to hold control for a second, but then he loses it. And we see that big T-Rex is out. It looks like he's going to attack his cousins. And that is where the book ends. And I'm like, this is great, man. What else are you going to do? Like, this is a Reptil book. Dinosaurs, fossils, people turning stone into creatures. It's just dinosaur stuff. And it's fun and cool. And I have a feeling we're going to find out that Henry Desjardins is actually the son of the Hague of the, whatever they said, Hague of the Pits. I think that's what we're going to find out because they got the same hairstyle that we saw in the past. That's just my prediction. Either way, this is awesome. I love it. This is what you do with a Reptil book. It's fun, it's loose, it's very engaging, very fun. The character looks cute and interesting. The artwork is very fun. Everything about this is exactly what a Reptil book should be. I have no complaints about this. It's just an interesting take on a character that I've come to love over the years. And if you haven't read this character before, it's a great place to start because he's really fun. So Reptil, issue number 2, I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.